how would the NT wife view mind blindness? If she doesn't know what's really going on, if he doesn't understand your opinion and he tries to make you wrong and try to convince you that he's right and that your opinion is kind of stupid, you would download that, justifiably so, as he's controlling, he doesn't respect my viewpoint, and so on. If he has emotions blindness, the NT wife would download that. He doesn't care about how I feel. It doesn't matter. I'm not important to him. And again, it's justifiable. It's understandable. With the executive functions, if, for example, I'm just going to use the working memory one. If he has a working memory deficit and you deliver a message and he only can listen to 80% of your message and probably only understands 60% of the 80% that he listened to, and probably only retained 40%, and probably only follow through with 20% of what you were asking, and you get very little return on your investment of time and energy because of his working memory deficit, you might understandably download that as the things that I need him to do or want him to do or desire him to do, it's just not important to him. His special interest is more important than the things that I would like. All those three things, mind blindness, emotions blindness, executive function deficits, result in the fourth and final, which would be anxiety. With those first three, he, in this case it's a he, or if we have a she in here, if the female in here is with ASD, just replace the pronoun with she, will have a lot of unpredictability in his life. And when you have a lot of unpredictability in your life, it's very stressful, and you try to create as much predictability as possible, just to keep from going crazy. And how would you do that? You would have a lot of rules, you would crave structure, you would thrive on routine, you would hate change, especially surprise change. And the NT understandably may download that as he's very rigid. His meltdowns and shutdowns are an indication that he just doesn't care about the marriage. He does these things, and I'm not saying that every behavior problem that you witness in him can be directly tied to a trait of the disorder. This is not a pass. I'm not giving him an excuse. Oh, he has these traits, you're just going to have to deal with it. But a good 80% of the most problematic behaviors that you have witnessed are directly related somehow to the traits of the disorder. And you may have downloaded that, and you've made a lot of false assumptions. You, the NTYs, you've made a lot of false assumptions. And you have understandably tried to rectify the problems and pull him back into the relationship and get the connection and reestablish trust and a bond and everything like that. Unfortunately, if you do what most of the NTs do that I talk to, even though they had a good message, their message got severely lost because either she brought up too many topics in one sitting, or she was angry at the time, or she was being very vague. She was talking about feelings. Her message gets lost and ends up pushing him away even further. So you get the opposite of what you were shooting for.